Brooke is joining us now from New York, and Athena Jones is with me here in Washington. Brooke, you did an amazing job last night. I think you walked for miles and miles and miles around New York over the Brooklyn Bridge. I was watching you all night last night. Give us a little flavor of what it was like.
Sure. I think we clocked it. I think it was 7+ miles, and really kudos to my photographers carrying the equipment around because we wanted to be there to show the story. And it's one of those things where it all began in downtown Manhattan, on Lower Manhattan, and it was incredibly organic. I would say all kinds of socioeconomic, ethnic backgrounds, ages. A lot of young people, though. I was really struck by the youth of these crowds. And so as you're looking at some of these pictures, this is just, you just don't see this happening in a major metropolitan areas such as New York. You had this massive police presence, and they allowed these people in the hundreds to cross across the Brooklyn Bridge, and not on the pedestrian walkway, as you saw me say, but on the side in which cars were driving. We go all the way across the Brooklyn Bridge. We go into the heart of downtown Brooklyn, and then organically, it was led, it was highly organized, I would say, and orchestrated, but there was an organizer, and at one point where they stopped in the middle of Atlantic Avenue, right by the Barclays Center, if you've been in Brooklyn, and stopped. They were carrying, you see these cardboard caskets, and laid down on the ground, and this went on for several minutes, and it was just, I think this is the image that's really sitting with me, and this is the first time I've actually seen pictures of it. I was standing right there, and it was a sight to behold, because these people who were there are frustrated, as they would say. They called it the indiscriminate killing of young black youth. But I talked to one of the mothers, Wolf, just briefly, who was walking along, who was really leading one of the protests. She lost her son 2.5 years ago. And I'm starting to hear more and more people say it's less and less about race per se, and it's about the force, the abuse of power of police officers. And they have, some specific ideas how they're hoping it will stop.